starting off a nice path, just having a little jog to begin with before we get to the scramble. I think the route altogether is around 10.5k, so 10.5 kilometres, and it's a mixture of elevation, scramble and a bit of everything really. What you can see, this is my first time completing this route, so we'll see how it goes. There's a path that's been cut out. I'm not really sure whether it is a path or it's just what people have made over time. It's not the best, but I've got my walking boots on today, so feet should be dry. Get quite a good workout in, a lot of steps, a lot of height. Currently running through a bit of a forestry. It's a nice scenic route, plenty to see. I'm sure we'll have a great view of the reservoir at the top. So the elevation starts pretty much as soon as you get onto the track. As you can see, we've made a fair bit of progress already, and looks like it's just going up still, so we'll just keep going. There's a bit of a glimpse of the reservoir, very nice, and we're just walking alongside this cliff edge at the moment with quite an open area. I think we'll be coming up to some of the scrambling in a minute. I'm going to go off route a little bit. I meant to be going up that way, but I think might cut to the scrambling a bit quicker and see how we get on. Go down here and I'll just follow it up and meet it at the top. It's supposedly a grade 2 scramble at some points, therefore I'm looking forward to it. It's been relatively dry over the last few days, so the rocks aren't too wet, but I'm still being very cautious because I'm aware that it can get a bit slippery on these rocks. So far, so getting onto some more rocky terrain. It's looking quite good, to be honest. I haven't done many scrambles in my time, but I've done enough to get me known to the climbing and using my hands and that kind of thing, so it's nothing new to me, but it is at the same time. So I'm just following this path up, and then I'll recalculate when I get near the top as to where I'm meant to be. So definitely utilising all parts of the body here. We've got some nice holds, some not so nice, but plenty of paths up for every level. So I just gotta get up this rock face. It's very, some of these rocks are really slippery, so I'm being extra cautious on them ones. Definitely good footwear is required if you're planning on coming up here. Some of these rocks are really slippery, so you've definitely got to be wary of your foot placement. You don't want to get injured, especially when you're doing this on your own. So just carrying on, see how this goes. Again, you can see how wet it is with the moss on the rocks. You've just got to be so careful. Any kind of slip and you could get seriously injured. So it's looking good so far. I'm just being very mindful of where I put my feet and making sure I've got a few points of contact at least. Quite a nice rock face here. we are coming up to it now, as you can see. We are quite the way up. I think there's a good part where there's usually a waterfall coming up, but looks like it's just might be a trickle of water today because of the dry spell that we've had. As you can see here, it's a bit of a mini waterfall, maybe you can call it, but as you can see, it's more near the top. It's probably gets a bit harder, but I mean, I'm quite liking this. It gets quite technical in some places. This looks like someone's lost a shoe here, so if anyone's lost that shoe, and we're just going up here. It is starting to trickle down with rain a little bit, but I think we're nearing the top now, so hoping I can get up to the top and get my coat on. Yeah, so I think usually this is where a waterfall's meant to be. There's quite a nice view from this point, and just going to try to ascend this rock. Just trying to think what the best way to do this is. I think it's going to get quite technical here, so I'm going to have to do some magic. I guess you can make your own routes up here, but this is the one I've chosen, and depending on your capabilities. There we go, we've made it up that just now. That's very good. And we're just going around this rock. That's quite a technical part, I would say. Did quite well to get up that. Got a next one coming up. There's a bit of a pool down here, so just going to mind how I go. I'm going to try and scale that bit of the rock. Just got to be careful of this water. I don't want to, doesn't look quite pleasant, so I don't really want to be falling down that today. So, just gonna get a bit of an idea of what's going on here. Start to make my way up slowly. I think we can get some quite good holds on this. There we go. And we're up. And there's plenty of holes, plenty of cracks that you can put your fingers in. So, as you can see, we just scaled that quite comfortably. And there's more sections to come. Absolutely brilliant. Look at that. Oh, that's fantastic. Let's carry on. This is. Okay, we're just going up this section now. This is just after the last one, so that we did. Just got to make sure we are nice and secure. This rock's quite slippery, so I want to really take my time on this edge. I can imagine with a bit of a downfall, this water can get quite heavy. So for sure, if you're coming here after the rain, just be mindful of that. I mean, I'm just scaling here. There's a few holes. That's good. And I'm not really sure about this area. I'll have a look, but if it's going to be too technical for me, I'll probably pass it and try to find a different way up. But it looks like we might be okay so far. I mean, I think I'm going to go up this way. It's quite, oh yeah, this is perfect. So for sure you can get up this way and get over the rocks here. Again, this is quite a difficult climb, but we've done it without any problems, and we're up here securely. That's good. That's perfect. So we've made it fair bit up, nearing the top now. So as you can see, didn't take me too long. I've just been taking my time and enjoying it. I've walked up a little bit, it's been okay, and then we've just come across a little bit more of a scramble here really. I just got to cross this water and get up this side. As you can see, that's a little pool of water there. So I'm just gonna try and get up here. There's plenty of good holds. There we go. We're up. That's it. So not much has occurred after that last climb. I've just been following the path up and nearing the top now. I can almost see the top. Nothing exciting now really, just vast open land, and we're having a little jog, trying to keep that time down, trying to get back for a decent time. I think we're about 3 kilometers in, so I think it should go pretty quick from here, as there's no more scrambling left. We're just following this up and doing a loop. So let's see how we go. As you can see, we're just nice open land, no one around, just being a bit more cautious than usual. So that's it. I got a bit lost, there wasn't really any footpath or anything, so I had a look at the map quickly and I'm back on track now. And actually I think I'm going to summit a little hill called Bleaklow. It's 633 meters elevation, which is quite good. You know, it's got to be one of the few of the taller ones in, especially the higher ones in the Peak District. So we've got Kinder, but I'm not here to do that really. So this is just a bit of a side quest that I'm going on. I'll reach it shortly, so when I get there I'll turn the camera back on. There we go. I think this marks Bleakmoor. Oh no, sorry, Bleaklow. Apologies for that. This marks Bleaklow at 633 meters. So here we are. Very nice. I'll give that a touch. I mean, the view from here isn't really spectacular, but over in that direction you can actually see Manchester Airport, and you can see the runway, the lights on the runway. So the GoPro probably won't be able to show it, but quite an interesting view. There's a bit of a rainbow there, you can see. Other than that, I'm going to be heading back down. I'm about 4.5k in, and yeah. Okay, so still going. Now my mistake, that I thought straight ahead in that direction is Manchester Airport and the runway, but it actually isn't. It's actually Manchester. It's all the buildings and the lights. I thought because of the lights, there's like a few red lights and that, so I thought it was a runway, but turns out it's just Manchester city centre. So I'm on my way back now, and there isn't really much to see other than just nothingness around. That's all there is. I mean, so I'm just here. I don't know if you can see well enough, but there's the reservoir, and we're slowly getting there. We've been all the way up there and slowly getting there. We're all good. So I'm just walking here. This valley is so cool. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it's so steep. I mean, it's really cool. That reservoir, I'd love to go and walk around that one day. So yeah, it looks really cool. There's nothing around up top, but as soon as you look down into that valley, it's just beautiful views. Just on the final stretch pretty much. Just been doing a bit of running. It's come up to, it's gonna be about 11 kilometers. I'm just coming up to the car park where I parked at. Yeah, so brilliant walk and great scramble. Would definitely recommend. Cheers.